There's unique and then there's unique. And today I'm at the Roundhouse in southern Sri Lanka at one of the most interesting hotels I've ever stayed at. Hey there, I'm Don, and I'm on a mission to find the world's coolest places to stay, and I hope inspire your next vacation. The hotel, officially named Trebartha East, the Roundhouse, yes, that's a mouthful, is about 2 hours south of Colombo's International Airport and about 40 minutes from the UNESCO-listed Gulf Fort. Close enough for a day trip, far enough for a big change in scenery. The hotel's outside the surf town of Ahangama, about a 10-minute tuk-tuk ride from the hotel. This town's scruffy for sure, but is served with a side of charm. The last couple miles wind through rice fields and plantation. Then the drama begins. You arrive at the base of the hill, climb these stairs, and suddenly this circular structure appears above you, like something out of architecture school that the TA told you was impractical. My sister's with me on this trip, and they show us into this breezy library/living room for a very informal check-in. There's no check-in desk, just a cold drink, good design, and that view doing the heavy lifting. The Roundhouse sits in the middle of a historic cinnamon plantation that the owners have brought back to life. I'll show you around the estate a bit later. This place is all about modern design with a sustainability conscience. Almost entirely wood, locally sourced, some recycled, with barely any concrete. There's no AC in the common areas, just breezeways, ceiling fans, and a constant hilltop breeze. Solar panels handle the electricity that's needed for the AC in the rooms. This is eco-luxury done right, stylish and sustainable. I love it. We're getting our first full day here started with breakfast. We could sit in the formal dining room, but I love how we're given options, and I think I'm going to go with this view. This is a coconut roti, and it's really, really nice. You like?
I love it.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's like a Sri Lankan crepe.
Sri Lankan crepe. There you go. That's it in a nutshell. So as you walk into the room, it's pretty obvious, like the main event here is this wall of glass that completely slides open, and we've got the tree canopy and the rice fields below us, but it is a really pretty view. Throw in this 4-poster bed with the mosquito netting, some mid-century furniture, kind of a subtle rug, and just beautiful wood all over the room. I think my favorite element here is how the architect has exposed how the building comes together. So you can see the hardware, subtle skylights that have been incorporated into the roof as well, which I think are great. And I love the wood, how they've overlapped one piece with the other. They've exposed the hardware, but I think it's all really beautiful. Very tasteful furniture. The bathroom is very simple, but incorporating kind of the same elements you see in the room, and a door in the shower that opens up. So if you want to commune with nature in the shower, you can do that too. There are only 4 rooms here. One downstairs with twin beds, and one that's 2 levels with a sitting room at the bottom. There are unconfirmed rumors that an expansion is in the works, with maybe 2 or 3 bungalows to be added at the bottom of the hill. In terms of activities, you could head to the beach or just float in the pool all day. But today, we're going for a walk through the hotel's 12-acre cinnamon plantation. How often do you get to do that? We're getting started on this walking path that wraps around the base of the plantation. Beyond cinnamon, the new owners have been planting fruit trees across the property. The papaya we had this morning picked about 50 feet from where we ate it. Along much of this path there are rice paddies and the occasional water buffalo, having a pretty chill afternoon. We end our tour at the plantation's cinnamon drying house, with one of the plantation workers showing us how, what I used to take for granted, cinnamon gets to our kitchen. The hike back up the hill isn't too steep, but with this heat and humidity, nothing sounds better than the pool right now. Below the pool deck, there's another room with a view. This one for yoga that doubles as the spa, where if you book a few hours in advance, you can get a massage, facial, and a bunch of other treatments. But let's be clear, this is not a full-service spa. You can't just walk in and get a pedicure. I'm one of those weirdos that dropped out of corporate life in my 40s to study architecture. I think a great design can transform your experience of a place. Why travel halfway around the world to stay in a cookie-cutter hotel that could be anywhere? I'm on a mission to find the world's wildest places to stay, and if you're one of the few who appreciates unique spaces as much as I do, you can support my work by booking your next stay through the Swank Guide. You'll get the lowest rates plus perks you can't get booking yourself. This space is a threefer, living room, bar, and tonight's dinner venue, but as nice as it is, I see the sun setting over the pool, so we'll have our pre-dinner drinks over there, I think. Cheers. There's a full-time chef on staff, so you can have all your meals here. Last night we went into Ahangama for dinner. It rained just a bit. In fact, it was raining so hard, even the locals got a bit disoriented. But don't worry, we stopped and checked. Both the water buffalo and the farmer were just fine. But tonight, we're more than happy to stay in. Breakfast was so good, we have high hopes for dinner.
Oh my God.
I don't think we'll go hungry tonight.
I think chicken.
That's beautiful.
Oh, it looks so beautiful, yes. Thank you.
And chicken and dal and papadam
Yum.
and rice.
Yum.
And this is red chili. Spicy, okay?
Red chili, okay. We've been in, Sri Lanka for 2 or 3 weeks? Best meal in Sri Lanka so far. Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Thank you. Beautiful.
The pillows here are very nice. They get an 8.5. Good night. In terms of the highs, I love the design here. It is so unique and so well executed. It is really special. Then there's the setting. On top of this hill, looking out at the lush jungle, but then layer in the sounds of nature. Oh man, it is so beautiful. And then there's the food, and we have been to some really fancy places in Sri Lanka, and I think we had the best food here. In terms of the lows, I really don't have any. I love this place. But you should know that it's small, and I could see one inconsiderate couple showing up that you'd have to share this space with, and then this place could feel pretty small. With that said, if you love great design in a magical setting, this might be the perfect place for you. I'm here to help you avoid those, but this doesn't look like the website moments. Subscribing to this channel and booking your next trip with us helps support my mission. Thank you. Next, I'm headed to the historic city of Galle, to what's rumored to be Sri Lanka's most affordable urban design hotel. Check out my experience here. Thanks for watching and see us in the next video.